Happy stamping! It's Wednesday, so we are halfway through this week, and believe it or not, I actually know what day it is this week, and I kind of feel like this week is flying by. So maybe I'm finally getting into a routine with all of this, or maybe my mind's just finally aligning with the moon or something like that. Who knows? But I am on today for Daily Dose of Stamping Therapy. Gosh, I feel like you guys are like super low, but I know that that's kind of how it goes. Hi, Nancy. Welcome. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about some upcoming things that are going on with Stampin' Up, and that is the new catalog. Okay, I have no news on the new catalog except for the Ornate Garden Suite, which is already out, that you guys can get as a pre-release. But anyway, the new catalog is coming in June, so that's super exciting. Of course, if you want one of those catalogs, then let me know in the comments so I can make sure that you're on my list for getting a new catalog. Hopefully those will be here like mid-May-ish. I'll probably be mailing a ton of them because I'm not so sure we'll be getting together in person. I sure hope so. But yeah, let me know if you want one of those new catalogs so I can make sure you're on my list, so I make sure I have plenty whenever I go to order them. But when the new catalog comes, then there's new products, which is super exciting, but that also means that we have to make room for those. So some products are going to retire, and we know for sure that the 2018 to 2020 in colors are retiring. So I got you down, Nancy. I'll make sure that you're on my list. So yeah, we have to make sure that those new in colors that are coming have a spot, and so they're going to take over the old in colors spot. So the in colors that are retiring are Call Me Clover, Grapefruit Grove, Blueberry Bushel, Pineapple Punch, and then my favorite, which there's a few tears over, Lovely Lipstick. Lovely Lipstick is my favorite out of these 5 in colors. But don't forget that not only are the ink pads retiring, but also the re-inkers are retiring. So if you have any of these colors, make sure that you have the ink refills so that you can continue to enjoy the stamp pad for years and years to come, because you have those ink refills. Of course, the cardstock is all retiring as well. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Like, they're so bright and cheerful. It's like kindergarten colors, I feel like. Like, I don't know. It's just like those primary colors, and they're so beautiful. And then there's also some other items, like there are 3 of the in colors have Stampin' Blends, Call Me Clover, Lovely Lipstick, and Pineapple Punch. So make sure to get those if you love to color. And then there's also the Grosgrain Ribbon. Hi, Becky. Welcome. There's the fabulous Grosgrain Ribbon. I don't have any more Blueberry Bushel. I don't know what happened to that. But here's the other 4. So those will all be retiring as well. And then, of course, there's the Designer Series paper. So this is the 2018 to 2020 in color Designer Series paper, which is what we're going to play with today. So for now, I'm actually just going to be doing some bulk cutting and prepping to create some cards just to use up the cardstock that I have, because as you know, when something retires, I usually move it out of my stamp room and bring in the new stuff. So I'd like to use up all that as I can. I'm going to go through all of my card dividers and see which occasions I'm lacking, whether it's, kid birthdays, masculine birthdays, feminine birthdays, thinking of you, any of that, which of course I'm going through a ton of thinking of you, or just, that general card right now, because it works for everything. So I have the most of Blueberry Bushel and the Grapefruit Grove, which, hello, U of I, ILL. So those are the 2 colors that I'm going to focus on today. And so I'm just going to show you some basics of that. I'm using 2 pieces. 2 pieces can go through my Stampin' Trimmer at one time. So I can cut at 5.5. And there's 4 card bases since I cut 2 pieces. So 4. And then I can also cut at 4 1/4, which is in half going the other direction. And now I have 8 cards. But we're going to keep going. Let's do like 20 maybe. I'm horrible with counting though, especially whenever I'm chit-chatting. So if someone wants to keep count for me, that's 8 plus 4. Of course, if you're just getting on, welcome. There's another 4. And give me a shout out so that I know who all is watching. If you're watching the replay, then just let me know. Just say hello, say replay, or any of that. Here's another 4. Let me know when I'm hitting 20. Do I only need 2 more? 16. Oh, that is 20, right? That's 20? I don't know. We're going to stop there. And then we're going to do 20 of the blue. One of the other things I could do is I could always count out 10 sheets. Yes. Okay, got my 10 sheets now. And we're going to do these. I did those like in different directions. So we'll do these in different directions too. It really doesn't matter. It's just how your card opens. One of the reasons why I specifically do it one way or the other sometimes is to save. Hi, Catherine. Welcome. Is to save on ribbon. So if I know that I'm going to tie my ribbon around my card, then it's a lot cheaper to tie it around 4 1/4 than it is to tie it around 5 1/2 because you're using less ribbon. So if you're tying around your card, then you use less ribbon on this one than you would on that one. So that's why I sometimes do my cards in the one direction. Otherwise, sometimes it has to do with whatever scraps I have and whichever style I chose for my scrap pack. And so then, of course, I just do them all that way. Another time it might just be because that's the way I put it in the paper trimmer and I didn't want to turn it. Who knows? There's really no right or wrong way to do it. You could do it either way, either at 5 1/2 or at 4 1/4. Okay, so that is now 40 card bases that I just cut. And I'm not going to fold all of these on here with you guys, or I would be here forever. But yeah, there are my card bases. Boy, you are multitasking like crazy, Karen. Although that's kind of what you have to do with kids. I didn't have anything coming to my mind this morning for an activity with Claire, and she was bored. And it's so stinking cold outside. And to be honest, I totally washed and put away all of our winter coats. I mean, not that a little sweatshirt jacket wouldn't work for a while, but I just don't like freezing. So yeah, she's like, let's go for a walk. And I'm like, how about later when the sun comes out more? Oh, how cute. That is so funny because Claire will say good job too. She tells me like, hi, Cam. Anytime I like sing the ABCs or count or something, then she'll go, good job. And I feel like I'm nailing it with my ABCs then. Okay, so another thing I want to do is I can also make, like here I just did 2 of them. I can use these colors as card base layers, or card layers. Maybe I shouldn't say the word base. And so I'm just going to do 1/4 inch in. So that means I'm going to cut at 4 and at 5 1/4. And then, of course, you can get 4 of these out of 1 sheet of cardstock. But anyway, this morning, we made more cupcakes because she loves to bake, and we have the ingredients, and that's about the only 2 reasons why. because we definitely don't need more sweets in the house. So now we have 26 cupcakes, and one of Brad's coworkers stopped by to pick up something. So we left it on the front porch with 4 cupcakes and said, you must take the cupcakes in order to take the other thing. So I'm sure he's gonna love that. So we're trying to get rid of the cupcakes. I have another girl who's stopping by to pick up some stamp stuff that she ordered. And again, putting it on the front porch with some cupcakes. More going out of the house. Okay, so now this piece layers perfectly on there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add these. And then what I'm going to do as another layer is add a piece of the designer series paper. Made banana bread the other day. We don't really have bananas because none of us really eat them. But I was thinking last night how a good, like, not savory, sweet bread would be. So, like, you know, not like your regular, like, you know, dinner rolls or sourdough or something like that, but like, you know, like a friendship bread or a applesauce bread or something like that. So now I can use any of these, which are in that 2018 designer series paper stack, and I can just cut them at a 1/4 inch less. So we're gonna do 3 3/4, 3 3/4 by 5, and I did 2 at a time. So what I'm going to do is this piece is going to go on the front of my card, and the other piece is going to go as like an inside piece. So here I have that fabulous look. And then on the inside, I'll put a piece of Whisper White and use this as like a little decoration piece. Let's see. I wonder if I can use this piece and get enough out of it without having to lean back and get more. I was even thinking like now in quarantine would be the perfect time to do one of those friendship breads, because like you're home every day, so you're going to remember to squish or add or do whatever. But I'll have to like Google how to make a starter for one of those. And that's the last thing I need, is to have starter after starter after starter that I can't get rid of because we're stuck here at home. So I would be making bread like a crazy person. And Claire would probably love every minute of it. Although we would eventually run out of eggs, especially since she is a little rough on eggs sometimes. I wondered why her hands were wet while we were making the cupcakes. She busted an egg. I don't really know how. I never heard it. So yeah, there's our little inside piece using up that scrap. So we are not wasting anything. So there's the inside of our card. You might have a starter in your freezer. Be careful though, like I might have started something bad, or otherwise we're all gonna start asking for everyone's address and we're gonna be dropping off starters everywhere, because friendship bread is good, but it makes a lot of bread. And then now this last piece I can use on another card, which I could do along here like that. So I'm just going to trim this down to 5.5, since it's 6 inches long for a 6x6. So the only piece that we are going to waste from that whole sheet is this little piece right here. So all these cards need now is a little, which I mean, I guess technically This little guy could decorate the inside somehow, but I think it's a little too small. So technically, now we just need to decorate with a greeting and some embellishments. So I could always use some of the ribbon. I could use like, you know, some fun embellishments. Of course, don't forget that you can color your rhinestones with your Stampin' Blends. So that's super exciting. You can technically use Sharpie markers too. Regular markers is just going to rub back off again, but Sharpie markers or Stampin' Blends, because they're alcohol, color your rhinestones perfectly. So then you can have coordinating rhinestones to match your projects. So this is kind of like a little one sheet wonder, but we're just using up a lot of our supplies. And then I have that second one to make as well because I cut two at the same time. So this is where you can do like mass making of cards with any of your leftovers. So you can always pick a designer series paper and 2 coordinating cardstocks, or even just 1 coordinating cardstock, and then use white as your layering piece too. And then just sit down and just cut and make and assemble, and then pull out a greeting in the ink and a punch or your favorite framelit or something like that, and you will have that fabulous look to be able to stamp along with. Like I said, I just cut 40 card bases, so like there's plenty to be able to use up. I feel like if I'm gonna make 40 cards, I kind of want to do some greetings that are like everything that I need, or like something specific. Like if I was gonna make, I mean, I can always use thank you cards because I send thank you cards to all of my customers each month. Anybody who places an order in that month gets a thank you note. Okay, so I know one of them that I can think of offhand is sending healing hugs. But of course, like that's only if you're actually sick. There's another, okay, so the sending healing hugs is, I thought I knew where it was. So this one, thanks for the laughs. This one is super cute if all you're doing is talking to people, because like it has, our talks are priceless. Talking to you is sometimes all the therapy I need. So if you're talking to somebody a lot, and wanted to, you know, send a card as well. So this one is a good one. Thanks for the laughs. This one, So Sentimental, has that sending healing hugs, which is awesome. Or your friendship is a blessing, because we're only getting through all of this with that. From afar, of course. There was another one that I was thinking of. I don't know if we're quite there yet, but Peaceful Moments. And it's got that greeting at the bottom that says, these are the moments we'll look back on with joy. Maybe we're not there yet. Maybe we're having a rough day and that's not the sentiment we want. But one of the other ones I was thinking of is The Colorful Seasons, Just Breathe. So that's a good one. And then May All Your Tomorrows Be As Happy As Today. You Make Me Smile, Life is a Beautiful Thing, and Thinking of You. I really like this stamp set for the greetings. And it's like so like seasonal, like there's something for every season, so that's super fabulous. I'm trying to think of just checking in. like something like that is not coming to mind right away, and I could probably stand back there and look at all my stamps forever. But there's 4 options, depending on like the kind of greeting you're going for. Just Breathe would work. Yeah, I totally get that. But yeah, I've done this one with, where's the other greeting that says like, so I've made this one, and it says Just Breathe on the front, and then on the inside it says like the house, the something life is just messy, and I don't remember which greeting that was in. Maybe it's this is a card, or here's a card. Yes. I love this stamp set. Here's a card, and it has that it's all messy, the hair, the house, the heart, life. Like, but just breathe. We'll get through this crazy time. The cow set says, how's it going? It does. So that's another super cute one. How's it going? And you could do a cute little cow on there. So yeah, I hope that gave you some inspiration. Now I feel like I want to do a cow card that says, how's it going? I actually haven't used this set a lot, as you can see. I've really only used 3 images out of it. The rest of them aren't even assembled yet. So maybe I need to work on that and use that stamp set before it possibly retires. As for stamp sets and stuff, I don't know what's retiring and what isn't. So I'm just kind of on the edge of my seat. There's always a few good ones that always make me sad that they're retiring, but when good ones leave, it just means more good ones are coming, so that's okay. So yeah, if you missed the very beginning of this video, I just wanted to send a reminder that that the retiring list is coming out soon. So that means that things are wall supplies last, and the in-color stuff always seems to go really quick because people love the in-colors, and everybody needs those ink refills and stuff before they're gone. So yeah, definitely don't forget to get all of the in-color stuff before that's gone. Oh, these are already cut. I didn't think I cut them. So make sure you get those before they're gone, and that's why I'm using all of this stuff right now. These are the in colors that will be retiring, which are Grapefruit Grove, Blueberry Bushel, Pineapple Punch, Lovely Lipstick, and Call Me Clover. So if you have any of those ink pads and don't have the ink refills, then make sure you get those. I will be placing an order tomorrow. Yeah, probably tomorrow. I'll be placing an order tomorrow, so if you're local, I can always add it to my order, and then we can do porch pickup. Or if you are not local, don't worry, you can either send me your order, or you can always order online too. So whichever you prefer. But yeah, that retiring list comes out next week. So I know that, but I am super excited to see what's retiring and to see the new catalog. Of course, you can always sign up to be a demonstrator, and then you can sneak peek the catalog and everything before everyone else right along with me. You can always join in the fun of stamping. Oh, I forgot to ask, what's everybody having for supper tonight? Because after all, that's how we get through the day, right? Is by planning our meals. We had the roast last night. It was yummy. And tonight we're back to chicken because we haven't had chicken in many days. So I'm kind of excited about chicken again. I'm not sure what we're doing with it though. We'll probably cook it in the oven so that I can have all the leftovers for my lunches. And make some sort of side. I'm not sure what that'll be yet. Oh, I totally like ran right off the side of the paper. And made a mess all over my desk. I will also say that my third virtual class is coming out. Hopefully it comes out this afternoon. So you can always check out Laura's virtual classes to see when it's officially posted. I have all of the editing and everything done. I just need to work on the pictures and the write-up and everything. Sloppy Joes tonight. So what do you typically have with Sloppy Joes? Like fries, mac and cheese? Like what's your side with Sloppy Joes? With our roast, we had mashed potatoes and gravy, and it was yum, yum, yummy. I never did make the dinner rolls, though. I wanted them, but I would have had to start on them super early in the afternoon and then go back to it, and I was working instead and didn't take the time to stop and do that, and then I ran out of time. But our roast ended up, like, finishing early, and so we were, like, stalling out. The kids like fries with Sloppy Joes. That's probably what I would end up making. But yeah, we were like, okay, it's only 4:30. We need to stall this a little bit longer, or we're going to be like going to bed at 7 o'clock, which I would have been perfectly fine with. You make a veggie. You could always make a veggie and some fries too. What's everybody's like favorite like side dish meal veggie? Ours is typically green beans. Claire absolutely loves broccoli and inhales that stuff like crazy. We don't even think she really chews it. So, feel sorry for her digestive system, but everything seems to be just fine. But yeah, it's like she just like puts it in her mouth and goes. Okay. So now I have a whole mess of these, which you could also use another fun color and do like lots of different options. Although to be honest, that almost just looks like too many colors. And like you could also do a white layer. And then and really make it pop. I almost think I like this one better than this one because it really makes that orange pop rather than being like so much of the orange. Which one do you guys like better? The right or the left? Or I should say the white or the not white. Because of course I think you guys are seeing this backwards, and so the right and the left are like totally off, and you're probably thinking I'm crazy, but this is my right hand, so I'm not that crazy. And this is a scrap piece that I made a mistake on, but that's okay. I can still use it. And I just hide it, and that's why we don't look at the backs of cards. And we're super thankful for 2 sides to every piece of cardstock, right? It was going on crooked. Thought I might have to get out the dental floss. You could also use this side of the paper too. Okay, it's almost nap time, so I'm going to do a little bit of the card prep, and then tomorrow maybe we'll work on some greetings and decorations and stuff like that. So I'll kind of scoot all of these cards forward to that stage so that we can do that. You like the right with the white on it? Okay, yeah, I kind of do too. I just feel like it pops more without having that color on color. Because like this, you just almost can't see the blue. It just like fades in as the whole thing being orange, and then this really pops. So love it. And then, yeah, this is the one that has the inside. And then here is the extra. So that uses every bit of the 6x6 Designer Series paper piece with these three pieces of the cards. This one is technically the same card down here. But yeah. And then again, don't forget that these are the retiring in colors that will be gone as of June, but while supplies last, so we don't know how long that's going to last. So I can always leave a link to my store in the description so that you can check those out. I'll even leave it directly to the in colors so that it's easy for you guys to find those. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Again, happy Wednesday. If you're watching the replay, then give me a shout out for that too so that I can still say hello because I do read through those comments. And I hope you guys all stay safe and healthy. And love, hugs, and prayers. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.